What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today is April the 2nd. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing on Liberation Day. Before I get into any of that though, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with data points, only one that just came out that is rather important is ADP employment. Came in at 155,000, forecast is 60. So when it comes down to this data, it does really quash the idea that the economy is slowing. So this is kind of a good thing. So let me know your viewpoint on that. But aside from that, it's just going to be tariffs and what countries are going to be retaliating against the states. So we'll have to wait and see how this all does play out. But Dow is down 0.63, S&P down 1.02, and then NASDAQ down 1.13. Caused a little bit of a blip right here. So the market somewhat liked this ADP employment change data, so we'll have to wait and see. But nonetheless, fear and greed index is under the extreme fear category, 15. So in theory, people's appetite for risk isn't on the table. But what is very weird is there's a lot of IPOs that have ran up like 1,000+%. So kind of contradicting this type of data. But nonetheless, getting right to it, Sofi, no SEC filings, no press releases, nothing like that. It is getting hit rather hard this morning, not necessarily by shorts. So 13.02% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 140.28 million shares. So definitely not all that great. I think in SoFi's case, it might potentially be touching that 200-day moving average again. So kind of bounced off of that general area early on in this week, but right now with $11.59 trading between these 2 points, so this pivot in this S1, 1091 is going to be a strong support, and then 1246 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. So just kind of watch for those. Moving on, ticker SBFM. So this one did unveil the earnings. It is up 58.65%. Market cap is only 4.16 million. It is down 99.02% over the last 1 year. So I think expectations are just very low. But with that being said, I think that any stock that is showing some good momentum, you're going to have an overwhelming amount of capital trying to swing trade it. So it's going to get a lot of attention, and this is the most heavily traded stock so far pre-market. So this one will be a good swing trade opportunity. So if you are a day trader or whatever else, but right now shorts are increasing a small amount, nothing crazy, 4,000 shares. 8.61% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 172,000 shares. So based on the earnings, I don't think that they were that great. So I don't really see this being a squeeze play. Right now it's above all the key fib levels. Looking at the classic, it is sitting at roughly this R3, so $3.27. So just take note of some of these just in case there is a pullback. But I think, like I said, this will be a good swing trade and whatever. But a lot of volume is getting or trading WTF, so another IPO that came out yesterday, and it went up 396%. So kind of crazy stuff. So I think today you're just having more of a pullback associated to that. But at the same time, you never know if there's like optimism in the broader market. This one could get bought up very fast. A lot of kind of speculative stocks have done that. So you have an initial pullback in the morning and then it goes up higher. So this one might happen, but this is probably a little bit too risky for my liking to swing trade it, because just in case it goes down. I don't really know much about the company. I don't know if it's worth 956.89 million for the market cap. So just do your own due diligence at the end of the day. But with this being an IPO, there's no shorts, no technicals really to go base off of. So that's pretty much it to say about that company. Nvidia is down 1.75% just because of last minute jitters. Obviously Liberation Day does have some individuals somewhat spooked, but essentially this is one of those stocks that I mentioned. It does dip first thing and then it just goes up higher time and time again over the last several trading days. So it's kind of hard for some individuals to believe the level of fear, because honestly it goes down, up every single day. So Nvidia seems to be holding that 107, 108 range, but right now shorts are increasing 1.48 per million pre-market. So something definitely is up. I'm not saying that this is a squeeze play at all, but you can kind of see shorts did go from 1% to 1.13. Nothing really overly crazy, but that change right here, that 0.13, is more dollar value than most market cap, more than many stocks out there. But right now, 265.17 million shares overall are being shorted, and with it right now at 108, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So 104 is going to be a strong support, and then 111 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. And then last but not least, NIO is down 1.03%. No real substantial justified news to cause this, aside from just increased geopolitical tensions between the States and China. And that's, you can kind of see right here. So China blocks new investments into the US as tensions escalate. This isn't pre-existing one, so anyone pre-existing in US companies gets to keep theirs, but ultimately this will affect future investment. So this isn't necessarily the best, but I think in general it could get a lot worse dependent on how companies or how countries retaliate, and Liberation Day, how that's all going to play out. So something to keep in mind. As far as shorts though, it does indicate that they're increasing 3.31 million shares. 15% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 217.34 million shares overall are being shorted. With it right now at 383, nothing overly crazy, it's only down 4 cents, but right now it is trading between this pivot and this S1, so 356 will be a strong support. Flip side, $4.29 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. So let me know your thoughts. This is what big money is kind of focusing on today. Do you own any of them? Is there any other stocks that's kind of floating your boat? If so, drop some tickers in the description below. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon where I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolutely on point and bangers. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.